Thor Ragnarok.
Thor Ragnarok. It's directed by Taika Waititi. I think that's how you pronounce it. If you don't know him, you should check out the movie What We Do in the Shadow. This movie stars Chris Hemsworth. Got a bunch of other stars like Tom Hiddleston. You got
Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo's in there. You got even Benedict Cumberbatch is in it.
Like an all-star cast. More than what you'd expect from a Marvel movie.
It's almost like they do that with every movie. But anyways, Paul, what was your first impression when you saw Thor Ragnarok? After you saw Thor Ragnarok?
After I saw Thor Ragnarok, I went out of the theater and I felt like I enjoyed it, but I also feel a little let down and disappointed.
Why is that?
In some ways. Because, I'm just going to go into it. They turned Hulk and Thor into a joke.
He has expressed this to me.
From this point on, red letter day, Thor and Hulk have to consistently be that funny. And to me, that's not who Thor and Hulk are. I feel like Hulk was a bad A, and now he's just kind of, whatever. What was your first impression?
My first impression of this movie, I was uneasy. Or maybe not sure how to feel. I don't know if I should love it, like it, or hate it. I came out, there was some part of the movie that I like. Now, don't get me wrong, this movie is very funny. The comedian aspect of this movie was in there. Now, do I feel like that there was too much? I agree. Because this movie is nothing like the first two Thor. And I love the very first Thor. I thought that was the best Thor movie out of all three. Even though I don't think this movie, Thor Ragnarok, belongs with those two. It's a completely different movie. Because I usually come out of the Marvel movie and be like, I like that movie a lot. But this one, I had a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong. It was a fun movie. It was funny. The action was great.
It's entertaining.
It was very entertaining. Just like any other Marvel movie. But for some reason, I couldn't put my finger on this if I love it or do I just like it. But that was my first impression. And so my thing is, like Paul, it was almost like that, like they were trying to be way funnier than the last two Thor, which they are. But it was almost like Guardian of Galaxy 2 like comedy. Well, let's just get into it. Let's just get into what we don't like, because we already said about that.
Well, a lot of people already do like this movie. So if you've seen it, you know what you like. But I'm not seeing a lot of negative things. No. So I feel like it's my duty our duty to pick out the negative. One thing, I did like the humor, but I feel like a couple jokes took me out of the movie. Really, you couldn't just take that one scene seriously, but you had to make a joke out of it. Spoiler alert. There is one scene where Bruce Banner jumps out of the airplane onto the bridge to be like, I'm gonna save the day. I'm gonna turn into Hulk. I'm gonna save the day. He jumps out, and you think he's gonna turn into Hulk and save the day? No, it's just Bruce Banner. He just falls onto the thing. Everybody laughs. I look around. I'm the only one who's annoyed.
Okay.
Because I'm like, come on, dude. Just take one little climactic scene and run with it. Don't make it a joke.
I actually disagree with you. I thought that was very funny. I enjoyed it. One of the things that I didn't like with Paul's on is the comedy aspect as well. The timing of it. There was one scene where Thor and all of his people were watching Asgard, getting destroyed, and all of a sudden you get this guy with the rock. These people are watching their home, their lives being destroyed, and then you get this guy sitting in the background making a joke like, oh, maybe the foundation can still last, and then you can rebuild foundation. Oh no, the foundation's gone. Like those moments where it should be kind of like, well, this is kind of sad, but that part I didn't like. Well, it's the same type of what Guardian of the Galaxy had a problem with. It was just too much comedy. But this one, not as bad as Guardian, in my opinion. But there are good things in this movie. Don't think that we didn't, we were bashing this movie. We're not. We're just saying some of the things that we had a problem with that made us maybe feel like, instead of loving it, to liking it a lot.
Right. Obviously, it's a Marvel movie. Obviously, it's going to be great. Yeah. But what's something that you thought was spot on, perfect, you enjoyed?
Well, I thought that Thor as the character has developed. I think in this movie, which I don't know if you want to call it a trilogy because it's such a different from the other two, that his character is becoming more responsible of becoming who he should be, which is a king, to his people. He's understanding that his people needs him. The funny thing is that, I know we're not talking about what we don't like. I didn't like his eyes being gone. I hated that. But it's come full circle in a sense of from the very first Thor that he's not ready to be his father, becoming just like his father in a sense of physical aspect, losing his eye, and understanding how to be a king to his people. I thought his character is developed to that point. I thought it was really good. The other cast, I love Tessa Thompson. I thought her character was good. I thought she was good in the movie. She was a bad A. I also like Jeff Goldblum was just Jeff Goldblum. I don't even think he was a character. I think he just being Jeff Goldblum, which was hilarious. I thought he was funny. Everything about the characters that it works, and so I like that aspect. What about you?
I really thought the action was spot on.
Oh yes.
Thor, in his use of his hammer for the time being, was perfect. The way he manipulates the thunder and the lightning to fight, that was awesome. Hulk did all right. You didn't see a lot of it because he's too busy making friggin' jokes. Sorry. The supporting cast and characters were amazing. I already had a feeling Chris Hemsworth was going to do really well as Thor because he has. Like Tom said, he's developed into something great. Now the supporting cast around him did really well. I think that was what made the movie even better. And Jeff Goldblum, awesome.
What did you think of Hela?
Oh, yes.
What's her name?
Yes.
Kate Blanchett?
Kate Blanchett as Hela. One of the first good Marvel villains. I liked it. I feel like she took a back seat for a lot of it. Oh, and another thing. Carl Urban's character, I don't remember his name.
There's a ways.
Could have cut him out, cut 10 minutes out of the movie, would have been perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was negative. We gotta stay positive.
I like Hela. Just like any other Marvel villain, they take a back seat to the hero. Now, just like Kevin Feige came out and said, our movies are about the heroes, which I understand. But I like a little bit more of character for my villain.
Gotta be some conflict, or you don't get invested.
Yeah, and I think Helen was underused too. No, she was good. I still think she was underused. Now, what surprised me, what I like, was Loki. I never liked Loki, although I have to admit he was probably one of the best villain that Marvel ever had because he had some character, some emotion that comes with him. But I like him in this movie. I like the relationship between him and Thor, and they're working together. I thought, they could have made this movie without the Hulk and have him replace the Hulk, and it still would have been a good movie.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. But I liked his character in this Thor Ragnarok, so I was very surprised
I have
about
an
that.
unpopular opinion about Loki.
Uh-oh.
He's so overused. They should have had him as the villain in whatever first movie he was the villain in, and that was it. Like he's been the villain in all the movies. I get it, you like him.
No, I like him in this one. Enough of our bashing. No, we're not bashing. We like this movie.
Yeah.
We were entertained. I laughed my butt off, and I'm a fan of Taika Waititi. I'm a big fan of his movies, and so I enjoy this movie. What do you give this movie, Paul?
I will give this movie an 8.
Oh, an 8. Oh, nice score. I actually had to give this 7 out of 10.
Okay.
So it was a little low, but there were some couple things we talked about in this video that we didn't like, and so. But it's not about what we like. It's what you think of the movie. Let us know. Give us your opinion. Whether you disagree or agree, let us know. And subscribe to our channel, follow us, and we'll have some more movie this coming month because there's a lot more movie coming this coming next 2 months.
All right. See you guys.